Good day, everyone. I'm Martin Kipping from Rittal. Most of you will know Rittal as a data center infrastructure provider, especially for racks, cooling, power solutions. One of our key features in the US are also our micro data center solutions. But we are also a shareholder, and we are a shareholder in a data center location at the west coast of Norway. And this is something that I would like to present to you today. The green bubble that you see is not a submarine, it's not a spaceship, it's an old mine on the west coast of Norway. Within this old mine, over the last decades, olivine, a part for steel production, was generated and digged out of the earth. And you see how this mine has grown over the last years. And it finally ended in 5 different levels, where actually the level 3 is used as a unique data center location. Funny part of that is that we are bringing back the olivine as steel into the mine that has been digged out some years ago. When you see the dimensions, we are talking about a length of 500 meters, half a kilometer. The width is 350 and the depth is 160 meters. You see the Liberty Stator as a comparison, so it's really massive space, and we are talking about 120,000 square meters of white space capability. Within this image, you see what you are actually doing on level 3. Over the spiral and the entrance of the left-hand side, people are entering the mine, and we are building up level 3. This is our focus at the moment, with 40 up to a capability of 80 megawatts in this level. Coming into the mine, security is a very important topic because there's only one entry point there. So it all has to be secure, monitored, CCTV, people going into the mine are tracked, so we immediately and every time know where the people are in the mine. It's very secure because the mine is underground, up to 600 meters deep, and it gives a natural EMP protection because of its old structure digging olivine out. Here you see the entrance level of level 3, so a high secure area, fancy picture. And this is the actual build out. On the left hand side in the streets 1.A, water from a near fjord is coming into the mine. And through water-water heat exchanger, we bring cold water into the area, into the caverns that you see on the right side. We have multiple options talking about white space or containerized solutions there, depending on the customer requirements. So Lefdal Mine and we are quite flexible there, but I show you also some examples then later on in this presentation. The power grid, very important topic. You may need to know that within Norway, 98% of the power is made within renewable energy. Next to the mine, we find 4 hydro plants, 1 windmill park, where 2 additional are under construction. Knowing that Norway is leading in power prices in Europe, we are talking there about 5 to 6, 7 cents per kilowatt hour, and having renewable power there, this is a key factor for Lefdal Mine when we talk about the total cost of ownership comparison to Middle Europe, for example. Especially the mine as a HPC environment is very, very attractive for these kind of purposes. As mentioned, the cooling solution, we take cold water from the fjord, which is over the complete year 9 degrees Celsius cold, bring it into the mine, to the water heat exchanger, and then in a 2N capacity to the consumption area. Cooling capabilities could be classical crack units, downflow units, liquid cooling packages, but we are also talking about direct-to-chip cooling here in this facility. What we also do, and water or heat recovery is a big topic for us in Europe, is that we reuse the water, which is approximately 20 degrees warm, and we bring that to a salmon production station which is close by. So these salmons, they need warm water to get the best conditions. And this is actually what we do with the returning water instead of heating the fjord up, and use that for salmon production. And we produce 15,000 tons of salmon every year with the heated water out of the facility. Sustainability for Lefdal Mine is one of the key features. As mentioned, close to 100% is renewable energy. Due to the fact that the windmill parks and the hydropower plants are very close to the site, we have only minimum transmission losses. PUE between 1.1 to 1.15, depending on the site conditions and the concept that you run on cooling. We don't have any impact on the environment because the mine is already there, so we don't have to construct new buildings. So we use an existing facility with a different purpose in the past and transferred that into a mine. We also don't need cold water generation. We just take the cold water out of the fjord, and it has been in a risk assessment center, it has been guaranteed that even bringing back the cold water to the salmon production, we don't heat up the water in that area. Water usage efficiency, 0. And it's also a very limited footprint, and also only small visual impact, as the mine is really below ground and we don't have massive buildings there that could destroy the environment. What do we deliver together with Lefdal as part of our Rittal portfolio? As I mentioned, we are talking about different concepts, different housing concepts. One is containerized solutions, modular system, but we also talk about data halls. Rittal is well known for pre-engineered, highly standardized design and manufacturing globally. And we use that in our production lines to be able to offer to the market solutions in different cooling technologies, low, mid, and high density, in different redundancies, N+1, 2N redundancies, pre-engineered, standardized, in time to market 6 to 8 weeks. At the moment, eventually 10, because of all the global supply chain issues. But we are able to fulfill every customer requirements when it comes to modular design. And using the height of the facility, together with Lefdal Mine, we created a shelf system where we can stack up to 3 containers. And the charming aspect here is that we have the chance to pull out the container which is in the middle or at the very bottom, instead of touching any other containers which is sitting above. So this is quite unique, but it's a proven concept, and we did that multiple times when we talk about new customers coming in, refreshment of technology, etc. So flexibility is key, and we also use the height of the facility that the mine gives to us. The second concept that we run are data halls. So if a customer would say, I would like to have a white space solution, I need more square meters, I don't want to be separated in modules, then we have the chance to provide different concepts as a room-in-room system that we supply. So a modular system made of wall elements, ceiling elements, floor elements, all tested as a system according to European norms when it comes to fire rating, burglary protection, intrusion, IP rating, etc. And also in a modular system of 60 centimeter step, and we can build up to 800 or 1,000 square meters of these facilities. We can include every type of cooling solution already discussed and mentioned, direct-to-chip, inline or room cooling facilities. A little bit longer time to market, as we have to assemble these units at site that we pre-install and pre-manufacture in one of our production sites. This is an internal view of such a data hall. You see the modular structure of this room panels with a steel supporting structure. And within that room, we just built a classical hot aisle, cold aisle containment. And in this case, you see a liquid cooling technology that we use at the customer. But also, as mentioned, crack units or any other type of cooling is possible in this location. Last slide. And this is one of our biggest references that we have won together with Lefdal in Europe, which is Mercedes-Benz Daimler. Being part of their CO2 neutral concept 2039, a lot of German automotive companies are looking to the Nordics to drive their vision to become carbon neutral. And Mercedes Daimler has decided to go into Lefdal Mine end of last year. We are just finishing the installation together with them through Infosys as a system integrator, and we are one part of their Go Green concept, because they will shift all the HPC workloads, so the crash test scenarios, or everything that they do with self-driving cars, into Lefdal Mine, because it perfectly fulfilled their requirements: cheap power, low TCO, renewable energy, and flexibility in the technical concept that they are looking for. At the moment, they are using this liquid cooling packages, so rack and row solutions. But we also have the first proof of concepts with them for direct-to-chip cooling solution. So that was a quick overview on what we are doing within Norway with Lefdal Mine. If you don't have any questions, or are there any questions? I say thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the OCP show. Thank you.